Hey everyone, Brian Castro with callcastro.com and eXp Realty here to talk about manufactured homes, why they are both a terrible and a great investment. Can really depend. So the first thing we're going to talk about with this are all the problems with manufactured homes, because most people know at least some of these, right? In general, manufactured homes are going to be really low resale value. Usually, if you buy it new, it's a lot like a car. And when you go to sell it for the first time, they really go down in value. And they just don't hold up like a house does. I mean, in terms of their value, in terms of how durable they are, they tend to fall apart a little bit quicker and they can be really, really tough to finance. So when you're looking to buy a home, there's all kinds of things that can keep you from buying a manufactured home. If it's been moved twice, most of the time you can't finance it. If it's older than 1976, a lot of the time you can't finance it. Um, they're going to need to have a foundation certificate. So if you haven't gotten the home on a foundation and gotten the certificate, good luck financing it. It's just not going to be able to be sold unless someone has cash. Even then, it's kind of questionable if you'd want it without that. Uh, they're a lot like cars or any other big vehicle, right? They're going to kind of go down in value the longer you owned them, even if as time goes on, home values are going up. And again, there's a couple of reasons for that because, like I said, if it's older than 1976, it can't be financed. Well, if you buy the house today and it's 1977, how long is it going to be until the financing rules change? I don't honestly know how often they change, but if they update it and say, well, now we're not financing any homes older than 1978, and now you have an older home than that limit, we're only going to be able to find you cash buyers. And that's going to really, really mess up the buyer pool for your home. And it's going to be really, really hard to sell it. But that's all the bad, right? What about the good? Why would it ever be a really great deal to buy a manufactured home? And let me tell you a little story real quick. I've helped a couple different folks get into manufactured homes and gotten them really, really killer deals. So when I'm telling you all this bad stuff, it's not just to say run away, never touch them. There are circumstances in which it's a great deal and you can save a lot of money. For example, it's just like a car or a truck, right? Even though they do go down in value from brand new to first or to second owner, if it's going from the second owner to the third owner, the first owner already paid a lot of that depreciation from it being a new to used manufactured home. So if you're buying it as a second or third owner, you get a lot of money off, especially compared to what they paid for it initially. The on top of that, I'm having a hard time. On top of that, the homes are slightly cheaper than houses. So if you have a certain budget and you really need a certain amount of square footage on your home or a certain bedroom count, you can get a lot more home for the effort and energy than you can with a house. The next thing is that newer homes in the newer manufactured homes, we're talking about manufactured homes, right? Newer manufactured homes are in way better shape than they were back in the day. A lot of people still have this image in their heads of really, really old manufactured homes and how they fell apart. But modern manufactured homes just don't fall apart like that anymore. They hold up really, really well. They are built indoors in a factory, right? So they don't get rained on like houses do. They don't have as much settling and things from moisture and the weather. So they are really, really well built these days. The last thing is that the stigma really scares off a lot of people. A lot of people are really afraid to buy manufactured homes because they've been told it doesn't hold up in value like a house does. So they just don't want it. So if you find a home and you're interested in it, again, your competition is going to be way smaller than in houses that are really, really competitive and people really, really want. So if you want to move into somewhere on a budget and aren't too worried about the resale value, they're pretty neat. But there are two specific situations that are really, really good for buying manufactured homes. Okay. The first one is veterans. If you're a veteran, you're looking to buy a manufactured home, with the VA loan, you can buy a manufactured home that has been moved twice, which is something almost nobody else can do. So if you find manufactured homes that have been moved twice, you can get a ridiculous deal on it because it's almost like buying a house that, I mean, it's almost like buying a junk house, right? A place that needs a complete flip and rehab, but it doesn't because hopefully it's in good shape. It's just been moved twice. And man, you can get a great deal. That'll save you a whole bunch of money if you can find one. The second group of people that can get a fantastic deal on manufactured homes is going to be cash buyers. Because if you're a cash buyer and you're looking at a home older than about 1976, uh, that's homes that other people can't buy. So you can get a ridiculous deal on those too. A lot of the time, it's even cheaper than just buying the land, just about, because a lot of people will see that manufactured home and go, it's so old, just got to be ripped off the property because no one's going to finance it. You have to basically buy at land value. So you can almost get the home for not quite free, sometimes even cheaper than free. Sometimes they'll even pay you just about like you have to pay less amount than you would if you were buying the land. This is going really rough. So remember, everyone, if you're looking to buy a manufactured home, be really careful. Make sure you're getting a good deal on it. And if you want help, you know what to do. Call Castro. Talk to you guys next time.